Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Before we do anything else, I'm going to upgrade the new bit of equipment we picked up last time.
Why, that's like it. Why not?
Oh yes, we also have an ember to turn in here.
Magnificent!
Okay. That ember that we turned in will actually let us, I think, upgrade weapons past +5, so we can now take things up to +10, which is pretty cool. I'll also repair everything, because I haven't gone through and repaired all of our stuff in a while. And by in a while, I mean ever. I have never repaired any of our equipment here. There we go. Spend a couple hundred souls, not bad. I want to reinforce... It might be worth upgrading the crest shield. Ooh, that takes Twinkling Titanite, though. That's expensive. No, never mind. Not gonna do that. I want to upgrade the Demon's Great Axe, though. And this just takes regular Titanite shards, which is awesome. Which means we need to buy a bunch of those, which means I probably need a lot more souls. So let's see how our souls are doing here. This is going to take a little while. Eating souls is such a painfully slow process in this game. Oh man, we have a ton of souls too. Oops. Well, that's... Oh, that's not enough. That's enough for now. We'll buy a bunch of these. Titanite shards, we'll buy 10. Sure. That's good.
Go get yourself 9.
And then these 4 will get us 4,000 more. So that'll be enough. That's way more than enough to do all the upgrading that I want to do, but it's a good start. Actually, I don't know. We could upgrade some armor, too. But weapons, that's what matters the most right now. Not just weapons, the Demon's Great Axe. I just want to upgrade the heck out of this thing, as far as it goes. Titanite shards. So now it disappeared from the list. That means we have to modify it and we have to ascend it. This uses the flames, so like we can now make it a divine Demon's Great Axe because we gave the divine ember to the blacksmith, and that causes it to do magic damage that scales with your faith. Divine magical damage, so like we could kill skeletons and things hypothetically. Raw causes it to do additional base damage, but it massively drops the scaling bonus. And as you make the weapon better, I think it makes the scaling bonus go down even more and more in exchange for additional base power. So again, Raw is going to be good if you want to go with like really low stats. Like I'm going to use low strength, not raise my strength that much, so you don't need the benefit of the scaling. You want the base power instead. But we're just going to take it to +6. That's the other option here, and this is from the large flame? Large ember? Something? I don't know. But this takes large Titanite shards. And then now we can go back to reinforce weapon, and we can continue reinforcing it here. Hypothetically, if we had the souls. And it's going to continue taking large Titanite shards until it starts needing Titanite chunks. We can only take it up to +10 right now.
Go get yours.
And I'm going to have to eat a bunch more souls. We can only take it up to +10 right now. But once we get the very large ember, we will be able to take it all the way up to the maximum of +15. And that's what I'm going to want to do. And we'll just eat these 3 large souls of Proud Knights. Just consume all of them. Why not, right? May as well.
Well,
And then And that's our last 2 large Titanite shards. If we had 2 more, we could take it up to +9. And I think we'd need 3 more after that to take it up to +10. And then, again, we're capped at +10. But that's good. I mean, that's not bad. That's a good chunk of upgrading that we did there. Again, we need 1 more Demon Titanite to upgrade our Gravelord sword. So that's going to be sitting there for a while. We could do armor. We could also upgrade our shield. Yeah, large Titanite shards. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking about what I want to upgrade here. I'm going to upgrade the Elite Knight Helm because we are wearing that right now. 11,000 souls, that might be enough to level up. We are so close to being able to level up, it's ridiculous. Okay, so... I have 2 options. There are 2 things that I want to do right now. We'll go do the one that's nearby. Sure, this seems like a good idea. We're going to go back into the forest. That door that we opened last time, it led to the Forest Covenant, which we are now a part of. Apologies, Gravelord Nito. I was only using you for your really sweet sword. There's more beyond that area that we didn't explore. Like, I didn't explore anything beyond the Covenant. So we can go do that. And that's, yeah, that's as good a plan as any, right? Nope, lost whatever item that guy had. That's okay. It would have just been one of the 3 moss types. Bleeding is rarely an issue for me in this game, because once your bleed bar fills up, you just take a big chunk of damage, and so you either die from that or you don't, and then you Estus. So I never really use the red moss. It's the poison, the purple moss, because the poison lingers, and you take continual damage over time unless you use a moss or like rest at a bonfire or something. So that's the one that I find to be the biggest threat. Alright, and now we can level up. I'm going to keep pouring our points into strength for now. I want to get up to, I think, like 46 strength, which means we have quite a ways to go still. So here we are back in the forest. There are going to be all these NPCs. They attacked us before, but now that we're a member of the Covenant, we don't want to get into combat with them because we will be kicked out. So I'm just going to stand here and mimic him with my sword over my shoulder like that. Yeah. So they won't attack us or anything, so we should be fine. But we're going to probably run into a few more of those. The other creatures that we encounter in the forest, because there are other creatures, those will all be fair game. So, for example, over here, I think we're going to find some of these trees. Yeah, here they are. And there's no penalty for fighting these guys. Ooh, we got a bunch of them to show up. These ones are also a bit tougher than the previous tree iterations that we saw outside in the first part of the forest. So you'll notice that they're taking 2 hits to kill. Yeah, it can be very disorienting if, like, you have these trees coming after you, and then also the forest hunters, I think the Covenant's called. There can be a lot of stuff going on. Okay. We're gonna go with strong attacks. Strong attacks work. Strong attacks work, and the running attack also works, apparently. Good to know. There's the Eastern armor. That's pretty cool. I think it falls kind of on the heavy side of the medium sort of armor class. Like, it's not super duper heavy like Havel's armor. It is fairly heavy, though. But it's the armor that's worn by Shiva. So it's pretty cool. It's like samurai armor. I actually think it's really, really cool. It's just usually a bit too heavy for me to want to wear it. And honestly, I don't think the stats are that great. Good grief, there are so many of these trees. Did I? Okay, I do have my poise ring equipped again. I just wanted to make sure I had done that. I wasn't still using the rusted iron ring. That's not very helpful when you're not in water. Okie dokie. I think that's pretty much all there is to do here. Just the armor set out there and killing a couple of trees. Oh, hello. Killing a bunch of trees. Jeez, there are way more of these things than I realized. Boy, and they don't stop, do they? Yeah, I don't think there's any other items out here on this side. If we go back into the tower of the bridge... Oh, hello. Path. Forgot about this. Although I don't actually think I want to go down. There's a ladder here. Yeah, not just yet. We'll maybe do that later. Oh, is this going to be cat territory? I think this is cat territory. I don't like this area. Yep, there's the cat. Ooh. That's why I don't like this area. Oh. These creatures are the worst. They get kind of... I gotta keep my eyes peeled, because I think there's like 3 of them. They do that, which sucks. But then they kind of view this as like just the edge of their territory and don't want to hang out here. So they'll back off if you stick by these trees. So you can kind of cheese their AI a little bit by doing this. And I think these qualify as non-respawning enemies. Yeah, and there's the other 2 up there. Can I not fight both of you at the same time, please? That's not going to happen, is it? I'm pretty sure they don't respawn after you kill them once. Oh, we got to be really careful, though, because that's going to happen. Oy. Yeah, those cats have surprising reach, and they're very, very quick. That's okay, though. There's a bonfire right here, so it's not too far out of the way to get back. And we didn't lose a ton of souls, only like 3,000 or so. So that's where Elvina is for the Covenant. And then just right next to it over here is where we went down. I say right next to it. It's a little ways away. Okay, it's a long ways away. I hate this forest. Have I mentioned that? Come on. There we go. I think there's a couple trees up above that I might have triggered. Yeah, here they come. Alright, we'll deal with these trees real quick. Oof. Alright, back to cat territory. I think that first one that we killed should stay dead. I'm really hoping that it does. Can we just fight, like, one of you, please? I'm not going to be able to get just one of them, am I? Oh, man, I hate these things. They're also a lot easier if you're using any sort of ranged attack, like sorceries or miracles or anything like that. Or even like just a simple bow and arrow. Oh, come on. Oh. It won't let me lock onto the other one. Why won't you let me lock onto this one? Is it stuck? It might be stuck. Okay. I am okay with this. This is my revenge, and I am satisfied with that. I have no shame. I do not care. And they have creepy mouths, too. Look at how creepy their mouths are. Oh, no. Okay. Phew. Back off. Come do your stupid roll attack. Come on. Oh. Thought I was dodging there. Apparently I wasn't. That's okay. This is why we have 10 Estus flasks. Jeez. Cats and their freaking terrifying crocodile mouths. Holy cow. Okay. So we dealt with all that. There are going to be a few items around here, and then I think also in, like, mushroom territory. Which is fun-ish. Kind of. It means there's another ember that we can get. Not one that we're going to use, ever. But we can get it. Yep, mushrooms. I like to kill all the little ones first. Mushrooms are very sturdy creatures. And the big ones, I am a little bit scared of because they hit like trucks. They throw their haymakers, and holy crap, they hurt. Ah. Come back here. Yeah, and there's two of them, and I didn't want to get too close to that second one, but... Oh, well, they're very slow, so... We've got that to our advantage, but you gotta be really careful. I don't even know if I can take one of those hits. Yeah, I mean, that hit my shield, and it took my entire stamina bar away. And I can't take a single hit. Dang it. I got greedy going for the stupid little ones. Oh well. I knew this was going to be painful. That's fine. I'm probably going to go get those souls because that was a fair chunk of them, but I don't care about actually getting the ember or any of that other stuff. It's not one that we're going to use. I think it might be the magic ember for making your weapons magical, which is good for anybody who's playing any sort of like sorcery-based class. And just so you know, rather than going over to the right where we were earlier and then dropping down and going down that little area, you can also run across this bridge here right by Alvina. Come over into this tower. There's actually an item. I cannot get all turned around. You can get right over here. Yeah, there we go. And that's the stone armor set. It's the armor worn, the like really cool mossy stone armor worn by the giants back earlier in the forest area. We encountered them like back over by the butterfly. Really wish I could just kill a bunch of you little mushrooms. And then killing the little ones, I think, gets the attention of the big ones. If I'm not mistaken... Oh yeah, and they whistle when they die, which is kind of cool. If I'm not mistaken, I think the big ones can drop the lightning pine resin. Oh, yeah, and the little ones can attack too, by the way. As we just saw, he tried to do a little dive into me. Okay. Don't care. Not interested in what you were guarding. I don't remember if the... Oh, you could backstab them? That was purely accidental. I just learned something. Holy moly. I don't know if the little ones can drop the pine resin. I think it might just be the big ones. I am not certain on that, though. I'm just exploring a little bit. I don't think there are any other items for us to get here. That door right there, that is our ultimate destination. And in fact, I'm just going to drop down here. We could go over that way and down the ramp, or just drop down. Pretty insignificant. Tears ahead. This is a sad fight. This is like the only fight in the game that I feel kind of guilty about. But it is something that must be done, sadly. This is a required boss fight. So this is part of the critical path. You're not necessarily supposed to do it this early. You can do it earlier, you can do it later, you can do it whenever. But we need something here. So in the game, there's a lot of legend, a lot of story about Sir Artorias, the knight who walked into the abyss. And he's like this legendary... knight, one of the 4 legendary knights of Gwyn, actually. Ornstein, the Dragon Slayer, is one of the others. And then there's Hawkeye Go, the giant archer, and Knight's Blade Ciaran, I think? Yeah. So each of these rings, there's the Wolf Ring. This is the ring that belonged to Artorias, the Abyss Walker. He was pretty badass with a great sword. And then the Lord's Blade Ciaran. She had like dexterity, like twin daggers that she wielded. So she gets a Hornet Ring that boosts critical attacks, like backstabs and those sorts of things. And then Hawkeye Go has the Hawk Ring that lets you shoot arrows further, like they fly further before they drop. And they do, like, their range, they get more damage. Their damage falls off less quickly. And then the last one is the Lion's Ring, I think, for the Dragon Slayer Ornstein. Those are the 4 knights. So they're kind of famous figures. And so this is the grave of Artorias. And he was famous for his greatsword. Like, he was unmatched with a greatsword. So I think that might be his sword right there. But we need something from Artorias. We need to learn the secret of how he walked the abyss. So this is Artorias' friend, Sif the Wolf. And I just ate that attack and I shouldn't have. This is maybe going to be bad. I need to heal. Thank you. So this fight is a bit tricky. You have to get in there and hack at Sif's legs. Which also conveniently puts you out of range for a lot of his attacks. Until he does that one. And I don't have enough HP to take any of these hits. This is not good. But I really like Sif. It's another fight where you need to not get greedy. Because you don't have, like, you just need to be very patient and wait for your window of opportunity. And then try to get, maybe 1 or 2 hits off on Sif. Oh man, why does that keep ignoring my shield? I don't like that. Oh, come on, Sif. We're doing okay. I do a lot of damage, and Sif doesn't have a ton of health. Sif hurts, like, really, really bad. So if you take some of these hits, it is just bad news bears. Especially me when I have almost no armor. My armor is mostly for aesthetic reasons. Oh, man. I thought I could block that second hit there. Okay, must heal. Like I said, you gotta be patient. Sif's gonna jump around a lot. If you keep walking towards him, you'll eventually get openings, or be able to create your own openings. Oh, did we pass the threshold? No, not yet. Oh man, that second swing just ignores my shield, apparently. I'm not a fan. Okay, and Sif's moving a lot slower, so this is the sad part of the fight. Oh. Oh, Sif. You're limping. Because I'm beating the crap out of you. And then you start swinging slower and slower. I feel really bad about that. Sif is just like the faithful hound and friend of Artorias. We will learn much more about Sif later on in the game. We did get Sif's soul. We've been collecting a lot of boss souls. Moonlight Butterfly, the soul of Quelaag, and the soul of Sif. Sif, the Great Grey Wolf, who guards the grave of Artorias the Abyss Walker. Use the soul of Sif, who inherited the Divine Knight Sword to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a unique weapon. I like Sif. Okie dokie, so we got what we were after. Let me pull it up. So we got the Covenant of Artorias, allows you to traverse the Abyss. This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the Abyss. It's where, like Artorias himself, can traverse the Abyss. That's good. We will need that before the game is over. Cool, very cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and just Homeward Bone right back out of here. We got 48,000 souls, so that should be like 3 or 4 levels, which is good. Any progress towards getting our 40 whatever I need strength is huge. We're actually 2,000 short, but I think That's going to be more than enough souls, but that's fine. 8,000. You have any other? No. Well, that's fine. We're at 40 strength now. And we're not that far off from having even more strength. Okay, yeah, so we can get out of here. I'm done with the forest. There's not anything else here for us. There is the ember. I'm pretty sure it's either the magic ember or the enchanted ember. I think it'd have to be the magic one first, though. Either way, the only other ember in the game that we care about that we're going to use is the large, or very large ember, I think it is. It'll let us take weapons from +10 to +15. And that's what I want. That's all I care about. It's all we need. So yeah, pretty good progress. We're flying through the game at a nice little pace. So I just want to say thank you all for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and end things here as we approach the blacksmith. And I will see you all in the next video. And I guess, of course, may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.